Kickoff event. We're going to go ahead and get things started. We have a couple speakers here today who are going to tell us a little bit about why they support the Hubbard campaign. And my MC coming up here is someone who knows me probably better than I know myself. This man has been in my life for 20-something, what am I, 30? For some years, decades. This is my cousin Brass. He's going to be our MC today, so I'll let him kick things off.
We get the money, dollar bill, y'all.
Well, hey, what's up? Let's go, man. Get the hype, Come on, y'all. Come on, hey. There we go. We're here today for a very cool reason, in my opinion. This reason that we're here today is to bring together all of us in this realm of this world, in this country, in this place of Fresno, and the heat is ridiculous outside. Wow. Don't worry, I'm not doing comedy up here today. I'm doing strictly obscene. Don't worry about that. Just bright ass shirt on I got. First off, thank you for Full Circle Brewery today. And allowing us to host this event for Lourin Hubbard for Congress. Yes, indeed. A few reasons why today is so important. I mean, as a lot of you know, today is Juneteenth. Today, thank you. Yeah, go ahead. Yep, there you go. Yes. So the fact that we are here today on Juneteenth and a black-owned brewery celebrating the Black Congress, I'm hyped today, y'all. I'm hyped, man. It's such good things, man. It's such good things, man. You know, I definitely feel the energy of today, the resilience and the progression, the freedom of our enslaved people. And again, today is the anniversary of the beginning of a long road to true equity and true freedom, y'all.
That's right.
All right? Make sure y'all support Black all day, all weekend, and of course, Happy Father's Day. To myself, I'm a brand new father. He'll be 3 months old in a week. All you new dads out there, old dads, cool dads, not cool dads, y'all are awesome too, man. All right, so up first for today, you know, somebody who has been in the community for a long time. You know, the fact that she knows what it's like to be homeless, to have none, to have some. All right, and I'm grateful to be able to introduce her today. All right, so up first today speaking, we have Miss Gordy Ochinero Bermudez. Give it up for her. Give it up. Give it up.
Sorry, I'm gonna stay with you.
Hey guys, what's up? First of all, my name is Gordy Ochinero Bermudez, and I want to thank the Hubbards for allowing me to come and speak. I want to be first and foremost honest. I'm extremely nervous, and I think if I wasn't, I wouldn't be human, so that's cool. I'm up here to talk about a few things. First, I want to introduce my wife. She's here. We are expecting our son September 21st. I introduced her because she's a big support in my life, and she herself is in sobriety and has been sober for 10 years off of heroin, so that's an incredible thing. So I'm super proud of her. That's not an easy thing to do. So let me tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Gordy Ochinero Bermudez, and just so you know, this gentleman right here, his name is Joel, and I was chosen to be a part of a documentary and one of 4 people who are making a difference in their community, who's just an ordinary human being with their own time and with their own money. I do this for the last year and a half. I've been feeding the homeless during COVID every day for about 2 hours. And my reasoning for coming here is the core of what I feel what the Hubbard stand for. And I believe that if you're here to decide if this is a good man, a good candidate, someone who can follow through, I'm here to tell you a story about this family. So about 4 weeks ago, I was doing a ride. Like I said, I was homeless over 10 years ago. I've been in sobriety for over 10 years, coming to 10 years. I, as well, have prostituted myself for drugs and alcohol. I have bipolar. I have paranoid thoughts. I am a child abuse survivor. I am a child of sexual abuse. And I'm also a survivor of just knowing, coming out of LGBTQ during the 80s when it was really, really hard. And that also induced a lot of my abuse as a child. So it's important to understand this story so that you know that when you look at me up here, Lourin invited me to come up here. And if you're wondering who he is, I have absolutely nothing he has nothing to gain from me being up here. Which means that he is for the people. He is for the community. And what he sees is he sees a human being who has been brave enough to come up and share the awareness of mental health and how that really is the core of homelessness. And if we don't sit and talk about it, and we don't talk about it in our community, and I don't share who I am, then how will you know that someone, when you're looking on the streets, that when you see someone that, I looked a lot like those people, like you would pass me by. And I just so happened to have people who saw me, loved me where I was at, and took a chance on me, and I didn't want help a lot of the times. So what I'm saying is that this is who Lourin is. He saw my work, and about 4 weeks ago, I went from San Francisco to Venice Beach in 7 days, 70 miles plus a day. That's cycling, not riding a motorcycle. And cycling to raise money for porta potties for the houses in our community. And we raised it, and Lourin was a big part of that. Now that's how him and I connected. And if this is all over the place, I want to remind you I'm ADHD and bipolar. At the end, it always makes sense. So what I want to tell you guys is that I'm a human being who's up here, and to be invited to have lived my life and wondered why I even existed. You know, we have a lot of kids in this room, and mental health is so important to talk about, you know? I'm absolutely sure that if I had some vulnerable people who raise their hand today, I know that somebody in this room has experienced some mental health issues today that we don't know about right next to you. And so I'm here to talk about it because I think that it needs to be talked about. We have people who are just shooting up everywhere. And I don't mean shooting up drugs, I mean shooting up people everywhere. We have people who have lost their jobs. We have people who have lost their relationships. We have more homeless people out there. And so I'm up here to say that I want to stand by Lourin because he has chosen to be one of the biggest supporters and to choose to have me here to speak and to support him and to just have me up here is mind-blowing. You know, I used to be a prostitute on the streets. I'm up here talking to you guys. And so I'm up here to give you some hope and to tell you that I'm starting a nonprofit. It's called Solutions for Dignity. I go out every Saturday. I just came out from today, which is why I'm sweating. I go out every day for 2 hours and I hand out water. I also go out every Saturday to Belmont and Van Ness and I sit out there for 4 hours, and we have a lot of mentally out there, and I just hydrate them all day. And I even sneak them hydration because a lot of mentally ill don't believe that they need water to survive. Like, they just don't. So I sneak in like little Pedialyte, little pops. And they think they're eating the sweet ones, but I'm totally lying, and I'm sorry, and I'll admit it right now. But this is the things that we do. And so what I'm trying to say right here and right now is that, like, in this world today, we need to have someone who's going to be able to support people like me, who are trying to come up from the bottom and make a difference. And all I'm doing here, I'm not political, I'm just trying to tell you guys that this guy's incredible, and that he supports someone who used to be homeless. He comes out there and he actually hands out waters. His kids have been there. They helped me to get a college kid off the streets 2 weeks ago. So this is who I want to ask you to donate to him. And he gets nothing from me. As a matter of fact, I need donations from him after this. So just so that you guys know. So I thank you for listening to me, you guys. And please pay attention to your surroundings and your friends and your loved ones and talk to them. And even if you think they're happy, just check in, okay, you guys? All right, I love you guys. Thank you so much.
Gordy, give it up. That was amazing. I truly need to borrow something too, man. I just go, brother. I just want to, show you. Love you, man. All right. Up next, we have a phenomenal speaker again. Yeah, I'm excited to see her speak. She has been in the professional community for over 20 years. Her and her husband Troy are educators fighting for racial injustice, economic equality, and environmental protection. And the list goes on. It's safe to say that Karen cares about her community so much. So, up next, we have Miss Karen Polnitz. Karen.
Hola y muy buenas tardes. Mi nombre es Karen, ella, y es un gran placer estar aquí con todos ustedes hoy. My name is Karen, she, her, hers, and it is a great pleasure to be with you today. Happy Juneteenth! Thank you to Lourin, who I've lost sight of, for inviting me to share some thoughts with you today. And thank you to all of you for being here this afternoon. Your being here symbolizes a commitment, an energy, and a focus on creating a more beautiful future for our children and for our world. And creating that beautiful future, that's what it's all about. Woo! As a mother and a teacher, much of my life is spent investing in the future through children. Every day, I have the privileged position of seeing development and progress take place right before my eyes. I see my son acquire new words and teach himself new skills. I see students create and encourage each other in ways that astound and amaze me, and it gives me hope. This year, I moved my teaching career to Fresno from the foothills. It is a great honor for me to teach in the city I live in, the city that I call home. I love Fresno. I love the Central Valley. During what has been the most unusual and challenging year of many teachers' years of experience, I'm sure many educators will agree that it's the students that have kept us going. It's the little moments of connection, the fabulous project that shows great heart and creativity, the random dance party in the middle of class, the conversation after school. We do this job for the love of children, and it's the endurance, hope, and joy of the youth that keeps us pushing towards the future. Yes. The students I met this year gave me encouragement when I needed it most. Despite all obstacles, and there were a lot of obstacles for our youth this year, they persevered. They showed me their care for each other and for our world. When instances of injustice and hatred came up in the news, they responded with empathy and clarity. When we discussed troubling history and how we can make things better, they knew so many answers. The future they desire, the future of love, care, and true, meaningful justice, that is the world worth working for. Lourin Hubbard is prepared to do that work. Lourin Hubbard is ready to take the steps necessary to create an America that heals, an America that nurtures all her people, and an America that lives up to the promise of all that life has to offer. I'm supporting Lourin Hubbard for Congress because he knows that today, America does not mean true freedom for all of us. As we celebrate Juneteenth today, we know that this day is also haunted by mourning. We lament the 2 years that it took all enslaved Africans to hear the sounds of liberty and the lives that were lost to the earth when they already should have been flying. We know the hurt. We feel the anger, and we are motivated by the hunger. Not all of us have access to the basic needs and services necessary for this promise of American opportunity to be complete. In the past 3 years that I've known Lourin, one thing that I've always admired about him is his dedication to seeking legislative solutions for solvable problems that continue to affect our communities today. At the top of Lourin's priority list is taking care of all Americans in the simplest and most essential way we can, by providing quality health care for all. The Hubbard family and my own both know firsthand what it's like to leave our hearts at the hospital and place our dearest in the hands of medical professionals. We know that this care is essential. It's an essential human right. And we know that this is the beginning of ensuring a more sustainable, healthy future for our entire country. His next 2 priorities directly impact the experiences our children will encounter during the first years of their lives. From time with their parents, to access to a great daycare, childcare, to an education that values and uplifts them. Lourin will focus on leading lasting reforms to improve opportunity for all. Lourin has specific, detailed plans for tackling complex problems, and I look forward to seeing him put them to work. His vision for our community and country is one grounded in genuine care and a desire to see that which unites us lead us to that which empowers us. We all want the best future for our children, and we all hope to see them thrive. With our votes, we have the power to elect officials who will take care of our families. Woo. I'm supporting Lourin's campaign because his plans to take care of Central Valley families and American families across the country are what's best for all of us. I'm encouraged to be in space with others who share a similar vision for the future. And I'm excited by the directions we can take our country together. Today, we may not all truly be free. There are paths toward freedom yet to be walked, bridges of understanding yet to be built, and changes yet to be made. Today, we are ready to make those changes, and together we will transform the future. It is a true honor to be here with you all today to celebrate this kickoff for an amazing campaign. And as I acknowledge our presence on Yokut land on this beautiful, but a little bit hot, Juneteenth day, in the midst of a joyful Pride Month, I thank you for your dedication to this vision, to this work, to the future. Now let's put those votes to work for a world worth working for.
Amazing, amazing. Aaron, you got me hyped. Speaking of being hyped, before we continue, gotta give a shout out to these bomb cupcakes over here in this section. Little Cakes by Diana. You know, and hit up on Instagram at Lil, that's L-I-L, not little, but Lil. Little Cakes by Diana on Instagram, okay? Bomb cupcakes over here. Thanks so much. Yes. All right. How we feeling? I mean, hydrated. I mean, had some beer, some water. Y'all look a little. It's okay. It's Saturday. It's hot outside. I understand. All right. Up next, we have somebody who is a community organizer. She's always helping out families in her community. She grew up in a rural area herself. She is a social worker for families and children. And again, she is passionate about her community. Coming up to the stage next, we have Miss Jennifer Gallegos Mejia. Jennifer.
Hey everyone, it's so nice to be able to see you